Hey guys, welcome back. So today we're out in the deserts of Utah and we're going to do a test that many of you have requested many times. Behind me is a steel barricade. It's made out of AR-400 plate steel, and here you can see the impacts of 5.56 rounds that we fired at it to confirm that it is in fact bulletproof. Now what we're going to do is we're going to show you just how loud a suppressed shot is from range, from being downrange. I'm going to be behind this wall with the meter right here, so I'm behind cover, 25 yards to my right and 25 yards back for the first shot. We're going to fire an AR-15 and 5.56 with Winchester white box, and we're going to shoot it first with no suppressor attached. Then we're going to use a Silencer Co. Spec War baffled suppressor, and then we're going to use an OSS 5.56 QD, all right? It's a helix. So we're going to fire those three tests at 25 yards, and then we're going to move the shooter back to 200 yards and do the same test again. We're not going to do without the suppressor. We're just going to do the Spec War and the helix at 200. So let's get it set up. I have a radio here, so I'll tell the guy shooting when I'm ready to shoot. I'm going to go ahead and get the meter ready. Okay guys, get ready to shoot. Come on over here, man. All right, so we have the meter set up. A 5 count once I say go, okay? All right. So I'm going to reset the meter, and then I'm going to shoot 5 seconds later. Okay, go ahead and fire. So without a suppressor, we have 139 decibels flat. I'll reset the test. Okay guys, go ahead and fire again. (138.1 decibels). Again, no suppressor attached. And we'll do one more. Fire again. And 138.4 decibels. All right, so now what we're going to do is, can you guys attach the Spec War? We're going to go ahead and put the Silencer Co. Spec War on the rifle, and again at 25 yards, they're going to shoot past us. They're 25 yards to my left and 25 yards back, and we're going to see what a suppressed gunshot sounds like with a traditional baffle can. Let me know when you guys are ready. Did you say you're ready?
Ready.
Okay. Go ahead and fire. (133.9 decibels with the Spec War. Reset the test. Go ahead and fire. (133.2 decibels). Go ahead and fire again. (132.6 decibels). Now we're going to have to change the muzzle device, and now we'll put the OSS Helix, which is a 5.56 can, the newest, on the rifle, and we'll do the same test using that suppressor. We'll be right back. Now we've set the same AR-15 up with the Helix QD and 5.56 on the same AR-15, and they're again at 25 yards to my left, 25 yards back. Go ahead and fire. All right, 132.5 decibels. Fire again. (131.9 decibels). Fire again. And 132.1. So already we can see at 25 yards away, there's not much difference between the spec war and the helix. Now we're going to move the rifle 200 yards back and 25 yards off to my left and do the same test. All right, so now we've moved the shooter back to 200 yards and we're going to fire one round unsuppressed and we're going to see how it registers on the pressure sensor. Then we're going to mount up the helix and then the spec war and see what we get sound-wise.
We are ready.
Go ahead and fire. Okay, so we have 130.8 decibels, and again, that is without a silencer attached to the rifle. Okay, guys, go ahead and mount the helix, please. So now they're going to mount the Helix QD556 to the AR-15, firing the same Winchester white box ammunition, and we're going to see. And we're going to see what it meters at now being suppressed, because unsuppressed we're at 130.8 decibels. Go ahead and fire. $129.5 decibels. That's with a suppressor. So the unsuppressed gunshot at 200 yards is around 130 decibels, and the suppressed gunshot is 130 decibels. That's because it's the bullet crack that's making this, giving us this meter reading. Go ahead and fire again. $131.8. Go ahead and fire one more time. And 128.9. So we're hovering right around 130 decibels, either suppressed or unsuppressed. Again, it's because of that bullet crack. Mount up the spec war, guys. So now we're going to mount up the Silencer Co. spec war and do the exact same test. Let's give them a couple of minutes to swap out the muzzle devices. Now we have the spec war from Silencer Co. mounted to the AR-15, and we're going to go ahead and fire from 200 yards. Go ahead and fire. $130.7 decibels. Go ahead and fire again. $131.1. Go ahead and fire. Okay, 134.1, okay? So if anything, the spec war is actually louder than the OSS for those 3 shots. So again, all the peaking is coming from the crack, the sonic boom of the bullet passing by us that's being fired 200 yards away. Now we're gonna do one more test. We're just gonna fire 1 or 2 rounds from 400 yards and completely remove the gunshot. At that distance, we should hear very little, if anything, of the gunshot. Right now, it's extremely faint, even though it's suppressed with either the spec war or the helix. All right, guys, so now we've moved the shooter back to 400 yards, still shooting at a target 25 yards to my left. We're still behind the barricade here. And they're gonna fire 1 round unsuppressed, and we're gonna see how loud it is. Go ahead and fire 1 round unsuppressed. $131.2. So, guys, what we've proved here is that the sonic boom of the bullet going by is the loudest sound. We hear a little bit of a thud, but the crack of the bullet is by far louder. Go ahead and mount the helix up and let us know when you're ready. So now we're going to mount the helix suppressor up, and we're going to fire 3 rounds and see what we get on the meter. But I already know what we're going to get. We're going to get a sonic boom, and that's it. All right, they're ready. Go ahead and fire one round. .9. That's with the suppressor installed, okay, the helix. Fire one round. .130 flat. Fire one round. .128.6. Okay guys, mount up the spec bore and let me know when you guys are ready to do it again. So, there you guys have it. Suppressed and unsuppressed, we're basically getting the same numbers. We're hovering right around 130 decibels. Now we're going to put the Silencer Co. spec bore on and do the same test from 400 yards. So now, 400 yards, we have the spec war mounted to the Host AR-15, same ammo, same everything. Going to go ahead and reset our meter. Fire one round. .131.3. All right, we'll reset the meter. Fire one round. .130.5. Fire the last round. .128.3. So right again, we're at the 130 decibel threshold. It's all bullet crack, anything past 50 yards. So that is the loudest part of a firearm being discharged from, say, 25, now you know, out to 200 and even 400 yards. I thought this was pretty cool. We came out here to visit with the guys from OSS, and this is a test they wanted to do, and of course this is a test we've been asked to do a number of times. So when we had the opportunity to do this, we've already done the testing with OSS, and you will see a video on their YouTube channel. But I wanted to do a video because I'm like, this is a question I've been asked countless times by you guys, and I thought the results were incredibly cool. So now you guys know. Guys, if you would like to support us here at the Military Arms Channel, the best possible way to do that is become a Patreon supporter. We're not funded by OSS. We're not paid to do videos for them. No manufacturer or anybody in the industry pays us. We are 100% viewer supported, so we can bring you honest information like this. So click the link down below and consider becoming a Patreon supporter. Also, you can swing by our Forge from Freedom t-shirt shop that directly supports us here at the channel and pick up a t-shirt. We have some Halloween shirts that are up right now, and you might want to check those out. Hopefully this video posts before Halloween. And last but not least, swing by and check us out at Copper Custom, which is coppercustom.com, where you can see a whole bunch of cool stuff, including OSS suppressors, because that's what I use on my hunting rifle, and all sorts of other good stuff. Guys, thanks for 10 years of support, and we'll talk to you soon.